So if you're anything like me, you've probably been wondering what is necessarily stronger between the dark side of the Force and the light side of the Force. And the truth behind it is the light side of the Force will always be stronger. Now, not necessarily in the fact that if they went to a one-on-one duel against each other between a Sith and a Jedi, that this Jedi would always win. But in fact, it lies in the simple fact that the light side will always be a way to gain better power and get way stronger within the Force. And that is because with the Jedi, unlike the Sith, when the Sith use the Force, they use it more as like a tool, an asset for their own dominance, to bend the Force to their own will. And in that way, the Sith do get great jumps in power relatively quickly. And the more you push deeper into the dark side of the Force, the more it corrupts you, the more it takes over your mental and physical well-being. Eventually, the dark side corrupts you so much to the point where you're a shell of your former self. Yes, you may be more powerful, but your self is completely gone. Your soul, who you are, you have no morals. And ultimately, in the long run, you will never be as powerful as somebody who studied the light side of the Force for years. But to those who align themselves perfectly with the Force or in lock and step with it, such as Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn and Master Yoda, you can transcend and eventually become more powerful than you ever really were. When you align yourself with the light side of the Force, you get to know it. It becomes your ally. It's not your tool or your vessel that you take control of. You and the light side are lockstep, and you eventually gain so much power and insight through the light side of the Force, although it does take a very, very long time, and it's not a shortcut by any means. The light side of the Force also grants you power to become a Force ghost if you train through the wills. And in a way, you technically become immortal during this time. It is also something that the Sith have been striving to achieve for thousands of years. But no one has been able to do it yet, not even someone as powerful as Palpatine, and I truly believe he became the closest one to be able to do something along these lines. Overall, being part of the light side of the Force leads you to a more balanced life. It is kind of a misconception that people think that having a balanced life is also using the dark side of the Force, when in ways it's more understanding where people come from when it comes to the dark side of the Force, not necessarily falling or being corrupted by it. And finally, in George Lucas's own words, he states that the dark side of the Force is very destructive and not sustainable, and that the dark side of the Force will only lead to destruction and suffering. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. May the Force be with you, and as always, have a great rest of your day.